distancing, loss in business. Some business are not really ready and equipped with skills and technology to move forward, so they might just drop off whatever that they have worked on, with less intention to change, according to the changing environment. Some people are being unemployed, which leads to scarcity of food, resources, mental illness, started to save money, for future, in case of a similar incident could happen in the near future. And this also have affecting the entire economy around the world. Okay, so on the side of the organization, basically, it's becoming harder and harder for business to avoid the shift that marketing approaches have taken from traditional to digital. So digital marketing breaks the boundaries of traditional marketing, as it enables business to reach a wider audiences in a highly cost-effective and more measurable way. So consider the addition of global pandemic and the need for business to adapt and to adopt to the digital marketing strategy is considered crucial. So business need to reset the goal to business survival. And digital allow brand to actively engage with the consumers and also to maintain a high level of customer service without the need for physical interaction, obviously. Digital presents a new and creative outlet for business to engage with consumer even after the pandemic. So being adaptable, being agile, allow business to be creative in creating the marketing content, either doing online event or live stream. So social media marketing is one of the most cost-effective marketing tool that allow business to have a complete control of who they are targeting, how much they should spend, what message they should use to communicate in order to engage the audience from a larger crowd. So with the acceptance of the new normal and the prediction of the consumer's behavior, it is important that business embrace digital as an opportunity for the brand to be associated to the needs of the customer, to the personality of the customers, in order for the business to excel. So these are some record, the world most used social platform by users around the world, having Facebook to sit #1, followed by YouTube and Words. So this shows that, people spend time looking, browsing information, not only to buy a product, but for information and also to look for values. What values does the business can offer to them through online platform, through digital. And in terms of the social media use, we can see there's an increased number of social media users around the world. 4.7 billion people have access to it. And every quarter on quarter, 1% of social media users has been added. And average daily time spent among people using social media is about 2.5 hours, basically, regardless of whether they are a population of the age of 13 or more, and whether they are female or male. So it's a growing industry which should not be taken lightly by business people or operators, business operator. So we might wonder why digital marketing is considered important today. In layman terms, so digital marketing refers to the mean of advertising. It's about selling product, gaining customer feedback through the internet. And in the earlier days, marketers, they use traditional props, such as billboard, TV ads, printed advertisement on newspaper or on magazine. But nowadays, all the props have been replaced by video ads, by social media posts, and online commercial that digitally appeared on every consumer screen. So this new invested marketing tool is so impactful and cost effective that able to cater the needs of the customers. So among many of the reasons, I have just several to highlight why digital marketing is considered the best friend of modern marketing. Is considered to be number one is due to the cost effective. And of course, we know cost of running a business is considered expensive, and it's quite understandable that the business owner, they feel hesitate, they feel reluctant to invest a large sum of money for marketing tactics. So this is where digital marketing can change the game plan, which is by leveraging retargeting advertisement, adjusting campaign, introducing pay per click advertising, and also to use social media influencers. Right, so this digital marketing considered a promise to create a greater brand awareness on a lower budget. The second reason, could be because of high reachability. Digital marketing are known to practice no boundaries, no limitation. It has the idea of assisting brand in targeting the right audience at the right time, no matter where they are and where they're located at the parts around the world. And the third reason is due to the customer base. Digital marketing is a tool to attract and to retain customers, and it consists of several steps. You can start from blogging, from webinar, from maximizing search engine, creating affiliation program, or even engaging customers using AI, using chatbots. So these help marketers to identify the customers, what they want, what they need, what they look for in the near future. Okay, so let us look into an example of a business like Visa itself. Visa is not only a business that allow best way or experience of making payment or being paid, but it's a business that allow consumers and merchants to do business with confidence, using the power of the brand, okay, and being an industry influence. Visa, they wanted to spark positive changes in the community that they are in, and Visa has connected billions of cardholders to millions of merchants, financial institutions, government in more than 200 countries and territories. So their recent campaign called Where You Shop Matters have shown that Visa supports small business owner by putting these business owner stories of success and what business they are running into many of Visa social media platform. Okay, so this Facebook, Visa website itself, and social media platform, and Visa understand that their role in the community, has a lot of huge impact on social, which allows small business to grow by providing them with access to resources, allow them to create the brand awareness, and allow the business to improve, in high, very high competition with others, as well as to help to grow the community, because these are small, medium industry or SME, which are considered starting a startup company. So by leveraging the relationship with Visa and making all news regarding the business available at platform used by Visa, allow the business to to be at par with other new comers. So these are some of the I would say business owner that have been featured in Visa social media platform and other digital marketing campaign, like this Langit Collective. They highlighted about being an enterprise that is chemical free for this product that come from rural farmers. So they wanted to create opportunities, not only for themselves, but for other farmers. Seafood Bag is a Malaysian brand that is engaged in design and manufacture of bags like caps, pants, that is more appealing to the younger generation. Piccoli Lotti is the local artisanal gelato makers. They serve freshly handcraft gelato in friendly neighborhood shop. So they are made in small batches, with care using natural ingredients. So see, these are some of the digital marketing platforms that Visa have associated with the campaign. With the campaign they have highlighted, which is where you shop matters. And not only that, Visa also leverage on the Facebook collaboration, Facebook collection ads. In which that by using Facebook collection ads, it allows people to move from discovery of the brand and business to purchase in a more smooth and immersed way. So consumer can stay on page while doing their purchase. Okay, and we have mentioned that media buying is about targeting the right person at the right time. So I would say that the role of data-driven creative is to ensure that the company is delivering the right message to the right consumers at the right time. That is the most important. And what is happening now, Visa also have collaborated not only with Tourism Malaysia, but also with some other tourism agencies like STB, Singapore Tourism Board, because this collaboration can help Malaysian or other Asian countries that has this collaboration with Visa to create more video ads version. And a part of the video ads, Visa also work with a lot of merchant to offer many, I would say the advantage of covers the merchant so that it appealed to the audience. So the takeaway basically that I would like to highlight, from the story behind the collaboration is that, number one, there is no one size that fits all solution to all marketing campaign. Some appeal to strategy A, some appeal to strategy B, depending to the type of customers that you are approaching, that you are appealed to. And the second one, in order to come out with a well-planned marketing campaign, business need to understand. They need to plan for the consumer journey. They need to create value. In order to have a well-planned consumer journey, business need to be data-driven. And this data-driven must be in form of marketing data. So to have a substantial amount of data, business should not be afraid to test and to optimize the opportunity and allow business to get a lot of insight, a lot of learning. Okay, so for what we can actually look forward in the future, which is to embrace the change, ready with mindset, revisit the business, do a lot of analysis, refer back to what the business have done and what will be in the future, able to adapt to the technology, conduct market research, and also focus into upskilling the staff as well as the owner. And in preparation for future changes, business owner perhaps they can consider to ask themselves, can I revisit the core product that I am offering or the service that I am offering? Does it appeal to the current customer needs? Have I got a digital marketing team, social media, content writing, search engine optimization? Are we ready with that? And then does the business have a dynamic website to move on, to start on with? And have the business prepare with e-brochures? So these are some of the basic things. And have they ready with payment gateway? And in terms of logistic, can their logistic team effectively manage the logistic chain? And the business have done research on the new marketing opportunities. So properly, what is important is a positive change of mind. So instead of focusing to problem, business should focus into an opportunity. So in a situation that crisis is happening, it's normal for human to behave that there is not a necessary to act towards it. Some business, they just stay still and hoping that help will come in the future. But obviously we know business should not wait. If they wait, the competitors will take a lead over them, and the business couldn't catch up. So there are two types of people which I would see that in terms of how they are facing the situation. Number one, those who are wait for help, and number two, those who will help themselves. So those who wait for help, unfortunately, the help, if the help comes late, so you are out of business. So the one who helping themselves should be able to survive and thrive in the future to come. So and focus, as I mentioned, focus on opportunity, not for problem. Social media ads is the in thing now, so take the opportunity. People are spending more time on devices, looking for news, looking for information, looking for values. So it's a hard time, it's a good time to reach out to the consumers. Business have now turned into internet, even they might have not done before, but they can be very quick, in short period of time to start capturing sales and the customers online. So this is not what I want anymore, but instead this kind of massive adoption of technology have happened. Like Zoom itself, Zoom have acquired massive amount of people in the industry within short period of time, ever since the pandemic. And number four, e-commerce, in all kind is moving and continue to grow. So people who have never buy online, right, who never experienced online will start doing it. And the new habits of buying online during the pandemic have created a convenient situation to many people. So buying groceries online and get the items sent to our doorstep, it's so convenient, and we want to continue even after all these issues ended. And of course, physical distancing is the new habits. People still cautious in making the decision, making sure that similar things will not happen. So these are things that are here to stay. It will last for a long time. So some business they are not properly using digital to promote their product or service, as well as to attract new customers. So the focus is typically on selling and pitching. So customers and prospect, they just do not want to be sold. They want business that add value. They want business that can align with their interests, with the consumer interests. So it's time to shift focus from hard selling to adding value. Right. So before I end this, I would like to say that having a digital marketing strategy for businesses have grown its importance, in this online world. With this pandemic, of course, internet has become a lifeline for most businesses. On the side of the brand product itself, the brand need to be able to create and distribute innovative content to the consumers, in order for the business to be able to build its position and reputation. And those who have stopped their marketing strategy must need to reevaluate their existing brand value and to regain a certain blend of digital marketing in order to get back on track even after this pandemic ended. And if there is a time for company to reinvest on digital marketing, perhaps this would be the right time. So I believe that is what I would like to share with everyone with regards to the a bit of the digital marketing strategy post pandemic. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Siti Nurbaya, for your speech, and I think it's very give us an insight. Okay.
I need I need to stop sharing first.
Okay. From the chat room, we can see the question from the audience, so I can read for you. Okay, the first is from Puana. Okay, hello, Dr. Siti Nurbaya. My name is Puana from UNJ. I want to ask how to improve the digital literacy of the human resource to accelerate the digital transformation at the business environment. Okay, you will answer this question first, and then we go next question. Okay.
Thank you for the questions. As I mentioned, I may not be the expert, but from the question that you have given, you're asking about how to improve the digital literacy of the human resource to accelerate the digital transformation. As we were aware that during the pandemic, a lot of business has actually used working from home is one of the platform to continue moving forward, to continue the business operation, and even so, after during the post-pandemic, business start to resume as normal, people coming back to office to work, but there are also some small businesses still maintain working from home, perhaps that because of costs, efficiency, which allow them to reduce some costs. So in terms of the human resource, similarly, even though whatever departments they are involved in regards to business operation, because of course human resource is one of the very important department to be focused into, to look into, because they are the one who manage the people, the manpower, the business operation. So of course there is a need to improve that digital literacy, even though that you work in such department that deal with human to human. One of the issues when we talk about dealing with human is we are depending too much on this kind of offline method rather than face-to-face. And I believe you also know that this information that we share offline, or when we communicate online, if we communicate online, perhaps through using WhatsApp, or using Telegram, sometimes the information or the message does not deliver. Misinterpretation of the information is always there. People or the recipient might read the message differently, which from what the sender is giving. So there must be a follow-up or means on how information can be delivered without making the recipient or the other party feeling upset or disappointed. So those kind of way of communicating with the other party is very important. How to communicate, what words to be used, how to manage that relationship so that miscommunication does not happen. So even though human resource, that kind of digital literacy need to be established first. I hope that helps to answer the question. That is from my point of view.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Siti Nurbaya, for your explanation. And I think the adaptation and agility is the key for the success of digital transformation. So there is a next question from Subroto. Okay, and there is 3 questions, and the first is, okay, in the area, digital marketing is an effective tool for companies. The existence of the COVID-19 outbreak is a phenomenon that digital marketing is needed for companies. And the question is, from various business fields, for example, Facebook, website, or smartphones such as WhatsApp, which one is more effective? I think it's related to digital marketing strategy.
Yeah.
And the second question is, for SMEs, entrepreneurs or small entrepreneurs with limited technological capabilities and capital, what are your suggestions for being able to thrive in digital marketing? And the next is from the latest news in Indonesia. Why did Shopee, Lazada actually lay off large employees? I think about the many startups company getting bankrupt. So what happened about these issues?
Yeah. Okay, let me just go through one by one in case
Okay.
if I can answer all, or if I can't, perhaps that we can have another conversation later outside of this platform. Okay,
Okay.
as for the first one, I was asking about the various business field, for instance, MB website, handphone, which is most effective. I did mention that one size doesn't fit all. So different platform might appeal to different group of customers. As I mentioned, you need to look into who is your target audience, which target audience appeal to which particular kind of platform. Some people are prone towards Facebook. Some people are, they look for more information, detailed information from website, and other people they want to be handy. They want things to come to their screen, a smartphone. So I would say that, again, it depends to the business that they are focusing into and the target audience. So having a good database of the business, regardless whether offline or online, having the right database, knowing the right target audience is the key answer. Number two, SME entrepreneur of small business with limited technology, what I'm suggesting for being able to thrive in digital marketing. Well, if you are startup capital, of course, you don't want to spend a lot of money on all these other, like, appointing influencers. Some influencers are very expensive. So start small, establish the brand first, making it available in most platforms that people would access. I've seen one, this lady in Malaysia. She's a founder of a skincare product. So I've noticed that she's been online, live Facebook almost every day. So her means of communication with the audience is only during using Facebook. Of course, she has others, but I can see that she been leveraging using Facebook alone to establish her brand. And every time she's online, about 5,000 and sometimes up to 10,000 viewers watch her. So it could be one of the things that you can actually start off with, looking into and establish your own brand, establish your own name. And the third question is regarding the latest news in Indonesia, why some actually lay off the large employees. I honestly, I don't have the answers and the reasons behind it. Perhaps someone else can help me out with this, because I don't have the so far information. But generally, business do lay off or have a high turnover due to many reasons. Service quality could be one reason. Even we understand that one of the service delivery, like Food Panda in Malaysia, we have two main. One is Grab, another one is Food Panda. Between these two, Grab is more stable, but Food Panda have a lot of issues where the merchant, they don't satisfy with the portion of profit, they don't satisfy with the rider themselves. So that could be a reason, which I would say that could be similar thing happens to Shopee and Lazada. Yeah, so that's my response.
Okay, thank you. It's a detailed answer from you. Okay, we go to the next question from Vidya. Okay, I have a question. The rise of online purchases or digital activities has also given rise to many digital crimes. How do you think we can keep digital transaction secure?
This is about the crime, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
digital crime.
It happens. It happens. It's I would say that it's an ongoing issues, continuing issues. Even if we have an act, in Malaysia we have MCMC, Multimedia Commission, who look into all this issue, but it's still happening. I believe there are two parts, two things that we have to look into. Of course, we have the government agencies to look into it, but at the same time, we as the consumers, we have to be alert. We have to be, I would say that, do not allow yourself to fall into trap, for all these scammers and whatnot. Despite of a lot of advertisement, awareness has been created, there are still people who fall into all this trap. And, we know the government is doing their parts, but on our side, we need to be aware. First and foremost, we need to be aware. Regardless of whatever action taken by the government, we ourselves need to be aware, and to become more suspicious, to become more picky when it comes to all these transactions, as well as business being shown to you. So be to be more, I would say that, particular when you deal with this online transaction. I hope that helps to answer.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Siti Nurbaya. Okay, so we go to the next question. I think it's last question for you. I'm Rini from UNJ. I have a question. In your opinion, how can businesses improve their digital marketing strategies to keep their customers interested in making purchases online or other digital activities? While, as is known, people tend to choose physical activity during post-pandemic.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I believe, I trust that after the pandemic, so a lot of people have missed, going shopping online. They wanted to, physically touch the product, feel the product. I'm one of the many people, because I would prefer to see that. We have to use all our five senses: taste, our eyesight, our touch, our smell, and things like that. We have to make use of it. God give us all the five senses, so make use of it. Okay, but there is a need to be reconsider for people who face perhaps that still choose not to go, doing physical shopping. They still go for this, information being shared online. So first and foremost, I believe that the content shared need to be trusted and reliable, not just a content that being used to attract viewers with zero value. That basically, which I totally disagree. You yourself understand that a lot of content, I would say, that doesn't reflect the value of the product. They just want to create content. They just want it to go viral. So be careful in terms of the content. Not all the viewers are stupid. They are smart viewers. They can know which is considered a good content, which is not a good content. So have a good balance between online, content that you put in, as well as the physical. But even though physical store is there, I believe people are feeling comfortable with this online transaction, so they can remain there. You see, 20 years ago, when we talk about selling gold, accessories, There's no way that you can actually sell gold online. You know, how can you be sure you paid 10,000 ringgit, for instance, and waiting that the item comes to you safely? There's no way that we will go for online buying. But due to convenience, due to security, feeling that, you know, the courier service is doing a great job, right? So why not continue? And now business selling gold, they continue. They have their physical store, and they still continue selling online because people want to have to, they want to see the product. They want to see, you know, the product in front of them before they decide to buy. All right, thank you.
Okay, actually, the operators contact me that you still have 10 minutes more, so we can go to the next question, I think. Okay.
Yeah, I guess because I finished my sharing session just now too quick.
Okay. Okay, we go to the next question. Is it okay? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, it is from Enja Sari Mangunsong. Good morning, Dr. Siti Nurbaya. I'm Enja Sari from UNJ. I'd like to ask permission to ask how to maximize digital marketing if our target market is not very active on social media and is not familiar with technology, for example, a housewife.
Okay,
So
thank
what do
you.
you think?
It's a good question. It's a good question. When we talk about, you know, we want to target, but they are not active. You know, one thing I believe, I know that you guys have heard, you know, sometimes when we talk about targeting the right audience, they might be the audience that you want to target, but the buyer could be another group of people, like babies. Okay, baby product. You target towards baby product, but those who make the decision are the parents. So similar situation, right? If you're talking about people who are not so-called an active user or hardcore of online or digital social media, so you have to look, you know, who are these people first. I talk about elderly people. So if there are elderly people, then the target that will view the ads, the social media, could be the kids, the children. So the children will be the one that get attracted, and they're actually buying for their parents who are not so-called an active user of social media. So that basically quick answers I can give.
Okay. I think it's clear enough, yeah, for Enja. Okay, we go next to Florence Yen Situmorang from UNJ also. In Indonesia, with the largest demographic bonus, millennial generation and Gen Z, it is hoped that the younger generation can contribute to the economy by becoming young entrepreneurs and assist by the government through ease of doing business permits. Is there any collaboration in the future with Malaysia to attract investment and facilitate export for young Indonesian entrepreneurs?
Yeah, thank you for the question. I believe there always an opportunity for that to happen. Malaysia and Indonesia, we share similar culture. Even language, we can simply understand each other. So there's no, like I would say, issues on that. Having that similarity, you know, we can share similar target market. Malaysian customers could be your customers, vice versa. So this collaboration perhaps further to look into the choices of what product or services that appeal to this target market according to the the group of people. Because we go by generation, different generation preferences will be different from one another. If we talk about the younger generation, so perhaps they have their set of so-called product or services that appeal to them as compared to the older generation. In fact, I believe that a lot of, I would say that funding or benefits or training that both governments have invested, especially to create this entrepreneurial group of younger people. You know, for instance, just one example, we talk about Asnaf people. For instance, Asnaf people. in Malaysia, we do have people fall into this category of asnaf who receive funding from the government. So we, we do not want this group of people, the younger asnaf, to remain in this category of asnaf. So there must be things that the government can do, and they themselves can actually work on, for them to go out from this so-called status of being asnaf. So in Indonesia, I believe we have similar group of people, and perhaps this kind of so-called joint venture on, let's say myself being an academia with yourself being an academia, so we can actually join hands together, to create what would be potential business or potential activities that can groom these younger people, these asnaf people, to move out from this, being the recipient of money from the government. So I hope that answers, just one portion regarding that group of consumers.
Okay, I think we still have an opportunity to
Yes.
do that collaboration. Okay, there is two more questions. It's from Hanul from ONJ. I want to ask at this time, digital marketing is important in a business. However, there are still many people who have weak digital literacy. This shows that there is a gap with other entrepreneurs who have good digital literacy. Can they compete in the business world under this condition? And is it possible for those with weak digital literacy to catch up?
All right, thank you for the question. I did mention in my talk just now, there are two types of people. Those people who just wait and hoping that help will come, or those people who can help themselves. So which are you? And I mean, which are these two categories that these people falls into? So if you believe that you are the one that weak in digital literacy, there are a lot of short courses, webinar, free short courses, or even paid short courses about establishing your product, your business in the digital world. Go for it, take action, move forward. Do not wait and until you become the laggard. When we talk about the adoption of technology, you do not want to become the laggard, the last group of people who just started. You want to be the early adopter. You want to be the innovator, right? So work forward, knowing that the market now has changed. Physical store will not be the solution. You know how expensive it is to set up a physical store. So you should go for online business. And for you to go to online business, you have to have a very good background, basic idea on the digital literacy, and move forward, learn. A lot of business start from learning from YouTube. Many business start from that. Do similar thing. Go for free classes in order for you to establish a very good foundation on digital world. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. The last question. Finally. Okay. It is from Natalia from IBK Nitro Makassar. Hello, Makassar. It's from South Sulawesi. Okay. I want to ask a question. How do you deal with it if in the minds of the digital era, the business economy is decreasing, but lifestyle or living needs are increasing? Because as well, as we all know that the more competition in the digital world, the narrower the opportunity for us to open other business in the digital age.
Previously, we understand that these digital business are not the so-called the in thing, right? Nowadays, during, it's a blessing in disguise for people who started the business during the pandemic. They started to sell their business during during this COVID-19 season. A lot of business start from home, start from their own small kitchen, if I can pick that as an example. And then you mentioned that due to this huge competition, there's a narrow opportunity. I believe that there's no lack of opportunity. It's just that you have to find the right opportunity, targeting to the right customers. If you know that a lot of business in that category of A, just general example, has quite a huge competition, then perhaps you should not go and swim into the red ocean. You go for the blue ocean. So if you still wanted to kamikaze, swimming in the red ocean, so you have to face this possible of facing failure. So then go for blue ocean strategy. Look for opportunity that others have not been venture into. Then become the person who initiate the idea, not a follower. So that's basically general points from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Siti Nurbaya, for your explanation and answering this question. Let me wrap up. Okay, after hearing an inspiring speech from Dr. Siti Nurbaya, so we can conclude that currently all business should carry out a digital transformation, especially in the post-pandemic period. Digital marketing is one of marketing strategies that is important to implement to expand market networks and reach new opportunities. Even through effective digital marketing, a business has the potential to win business competition and maintain business continuity. Okay, thank you, Dr. Siti Nurbaya. Before ending this seminar, as an appreciation, allow us to take picture or screenshot. So please, the operator, to prepare the documentation session, and I will count it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Once again, I thank you for a very inspiring speech, Dr. Siti Nurbaya. See you next time.
Most welcome. Thank you, Ms. Terry.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next speaker from the Faculty of Economics, Jakarta State University. He is a digital branding expert. Let's welcome Mr. Andi Muhammad Sadat, PhD. Okay. Hello, Mr. Andi Sadat.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay, let me introduce your profile. He has a Bachelor of Economics from Hasanuddin University, Makassar, South Sulawesi, and Master of Management Science from the Universitas Indonesia, and PhD from Norwich Business School, UEA, UK, and Southern Taiwan University of Science and Technology, Taiwan. And Mr. Andi Sadat has experience teaching in marketing management at several well-known universities in Indonesia, trainer and consultant in several well-known companies in Indonesia, and actually he is also the author of many books, especially in brand management, which has become a bestseller in Indonesia. So please welcome Mr. Andi Muhammad Sadat, PhD. Okay, you have 30 minutes for your speech and take your time.
Okay, thank you so much, moderator. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning, everyone. I think it's still morning. And then first of all, I would like to thank you so much for the Dean of Faculty of Economics, Jakarta State University, also the head of the Marketing Applied Program, Marketing Digital, and also the Excellent Senior Organizing Committee that held this very excellent seminar. Also all of the participants who attend digitally. So this is the implementation of the digital environment. So we meet each other from different space, from Malaysia, from South Sulawesi, and many countries, I think, many provinces here. Welcome. So you are very great. And also, of course, the respected speaker from Malaysia, from the University Malaysia Sabah, Professor Siti Nurbaya, is very excellent. She already explained more detail about how to take advantageous benefit from this kind of situation. Okay, before carry on my presentation today, I just want to share my presentation. Should I? Yes, thank you. Okay, this one. Okay. Okay. When I got the information, they have invitation to come this international seminar with this kind of topics. I also explained to my students, what do you think about this topic? And just a couple days ago, some of students in my classroom explained that, sir, do you believe that right now the current situation is already post-pandemic world? So this is a big question, basically. And then one of them tried to explain using many arguments, like using conspiracy theory and many things. But instead of just discussing for endless topics, I just say that stop. We have to stop this one. COVID is still there. And also they show the information that there are 70,000 people still infected coronavirus in Indonesia. And almost half of them, yeah, around 3,000 is in Jakarta. So this is another fact that COVID is still there. And according to Professor Sitinor said that we're living together with this COVID, and also we cannot back anymore for the same situation in the last 3 years, for example. So instead of talking about the endless discussion, it is better to think about what should we do. Yeah, what is how to do something that we can take this kind of situation, how to take benefit, how to take advantages for this kind of situation. I just remember, for example, not for example, basically, 23 years ago, sorry. Okay, good. Okay, 23 years ago, yeah, this if you are involved too much about the marketing books, we can find books marketing in the new economy in 1999. It's like joint written by Ankroll and Philip Kotler. So 20 years ago, Kotler already said that marketing, marketing in the network economy, they call it network economy. Right? Basically, this is the same digital economy. It's a journey from marketplace to market space. So marketplace here means that this is a traditional way. This is a physical way. And then market space is mean that digital way. So moving, they are moving. And can you see the terminology here? Probably some of you is a bit confused because marketplace, for example, is in today's conversation, it means that you have a place in certain provider, in application like Shopee and Tokopedia. But here, marketplace is referred to the place, a physical place, and we are moving to market space. 23 years ago, it's mean that the future is ready now. The future is not over there, but it's already here. And then the point is we have to starting to create the future. I just remember when Professor Siti asked about the first presentation, he said, it is better to creating the future. Yeah. Who is belong for the future? The future is belong for who created. It's according to Malcolm X. And I think there are so many quotes about that. Yeah. Include even Abraham Lincoln said, the best way to predict future, the best way to have a role in the future is to create it right now. But the question is how to do that. Okay. That's the first fundamental for our today. And here there are some discussion about COVID-19. Is it blessing or blessing in disguise? For example, here we have some argument. For example, COVID-19 halted global economic order. Sure. But in another side, the speed up of digital marketing operation is going to increase. And marketing player restructuring. Yeah, there are some old player right now is already collapsed, and the newcomers to be a leader right now. Yeah, in a couple of years ago, it's difficult to find director, vice president with the like 50 years old. But right now, even if 20 years old, is already to be a CEO of the company. So it's look like the restructuring. The second issue is there are so many companies, operation is collapsed. Yeah, you can Googling right now and you can find 100 or even 1,000 companies is collapsed because the operation, because companies, because the COVID-19 is hit them business. But here there are some also players can manage the transition is very well to the remote work. And also, they can like escape from this the trap and understood the significance of digital marketing effect for the company. And some of them is stripped of the disruption. They're looking for another way, different way for the old way, because they say this is different anymore. This is digital. Yeah. So the way of thinking will also change. Yeah. The second one is after absorbing the initial blow of the pandemics, yeah, some companies taking advantages for this kind of situation. Yeah, they build their ecosystem, they build the strategy, and some company also focus on building the flexibility of their business. And another one is not just open-minded here, but also broad-minded. Broad-minded, this means that you have to consider many things, and then you can absorb there, you can probably join with them, even if you're competitors. Yeah, that's why we call it competition, because even your competitors also, you have also a chance to doing collaboration with them. Okay, so here, just sit down here in front of my room, and then we can connect it each other from Malaysia for another province in Indonesia, and then we attend only the small square of our PC or even your handphone. Okay, this is also the reason for growth of digital marketing, and here there are two situations that we can assess. For example, the internet penetration during pandemic. So Professor Sitino, if I remember, he already said, but during pandemic, there are 59, almost 60%. Yeah, the transformation of digital internet observation for the people, they can absorb 59%. It's been a very huge number. And then also time spent on social media. Let's see the data here. Yeah, I just have small data here from, I think, Indonesian Internet Service Provider Association. And then we say here, the penetration, sorry, this is the internet penetration and contribution rates by island in Indonesia. This is the data 2022. And here you can see that in average, around 70 to 75% penetration level, every single island in Indonesia. So you can see here, almost 90% in Kalimantan, yeah, and then you can see the Sumatra. But nationally, the contribution of this island, you can see is still in Java, yeah, 45%, and then Sumatra, and then I think Nusa Tenggara, yeah, no, Kalimantan also. So this is the data, yeah, a big data basically. I mean the big view of this. You can see that the penetration and contribution of internet in island of Indonesia is very huge. So this is also supporting us to more active in the digital space. Let's see another data from 2002 from tech system, I think. Yes, here the data. Okay, you can see here a minutes on the internet. So every single minutes in a day, for example, here you can see viewer spend. So viewer spend for streaming 1 million hours per minutes every day. Okay, Zoom, including us here, is 104.6 kilo hours a minute for every single day. And look at another one is, for example, Instagram, 6.6 kilo photos. So they upload it, they download it, photos every single minute. So they're very, very huge data. And over the last 10 years, digital engagement through social media, streaming content, online purchase, and peer-to-peer or other activities has increased 100 or even 1,000%. This is according to Domo 2022. And while the world faced pandemic, economic ups and down, and also global unrest, there has been constantly growing up in society the increasing of new digital tools to support your personal business or even your business. So this is the data. Even 1 minute is abundant data for every day. So it also reflects our activity as human in digital space. Okay, let's go through. So here, so based on the situation, there are also, this is still from a tech system 2002, in response to the pandemic of COVID-19, instead of pessimistic, there are some optimistic here. 90% of digital leaders say they have realized a positive business impact the digital project deployed in response to the pandemic. So 90% digital leaders. Digital leader means that leaders in the company that already are trying to do some transformation between the traditional way to the digital way. So 90%, they are really optimistic. But of course, some of this fall down because they are probably do a mistake, yeah, and then the company just goes down, and after that, they cannot operate properly. So there are some optimistic here, especially, we call it leader, not digital managers. Because in this situation, we need the quality of the leaders, not managers. Why? Managers just working for procedural. Yeah, they're just doing step by step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in sequential. However, leaders need innovation, they need creativity, they need collaborate between so many opportunities. And also leaders look at the situation is differently. For example, and Chinese say this, if you look at the crisis or even recession, they have two sides. Yeah, another one is a crisis, another one is opportunity. Then some people say it's not a crisis, this is not recession, but this is a challenge. So instead of just thinking about negative way, this is very good to think about the positive way. That's the quality of the leaders. Okay, doing innovation, breakthrough, and then thinking something differently for the previous or the current situation of business. Okay, so what should we do? What should we do? So Professor Siti also exploring about the transforming your digital marketing. So this is easy to say, basically, but in reality, it's difficult. And also, according to Tax System 2022, the road to transforming your business, the road to transformation is rarely a straight line. Okay, 2 of 5, I think, 2 of 5 organizations say digital transformation initiative often fail to achieve the desired business outcome. So some people say, yeah, we have to transform our business, but some of them say this, it's not difficult as you think. It's not easy as you think. Yeah, it's very difficult because it involves a new expertise, new way to look at the opportunity. You think more about your, for example, your customer. You think more detail about the technical things. So the collaboration between all of the skills, yeah, probably, just probably can solve this kind of problems. So let's see, what should we do? Here, I'll try to make a summary. Yeah, if you Googling in the like Google Scholars, you can find some papers. They also suggest some way, yeah, how to face the digital marketing situation, and also even the popular like Harvard Business Review, and then another like Washington Post. You can find some articles that try to explore the opportunity how to face this current situation. But here I have three things that you have to do. Yeah, they have the company focus on. The first is focus on customer experience. Probably some of you, just I think a couple months ago, we find the product like Samsung BTS. Why Samsung? This is a goods product, collaborate with BTS. Because they think they need to collaborate between, yeah, this is the very weak collaboration basically, but from the opportunity also, they have created another way to look at the market. Because they say we have to create more customer experience. So they are collaborating, they are merged between the pop things and manufactured product. And that's the way companies collaborate, that's the way company communicate, and then extended their customer, extended their brand image, and then they can found the customer more properly as the target market of the companies. And the second one is business partner and the talent. Yeah, the talent here. You have to consider also the business partner, because business partner is a very, very important in this situation. Yeah, customer and prospect always hunger for the fresh content that educate them and point them toward the solution. So content popular in 2022 also from the track solution, they say that that's include the content should be include like short video, live streaming, and podcast, Instagram, Facebook, and others. And then also the combination between them to make people to express this opinion. Okay, so the third one is content marketing activation is really important. Then this is not only the role of the marketing team, but the whole of a company should be involved there. Let me explain one by one. Here we can see the first one, focus on customer experience. And here, one step back, then move forward. So traditional marketing also have so many knowledge about how to solve this problem, basically, even if this different perspective. But companies, even if they have intention to doing something for related to digital marketing, they have to move back at the first. They have to think segmentation, targeting, and also positioning in different contexts. Okay, and then think deeply before they're moving forward. Here, it's mean that they have to define clearly who is your target audience. So this is also different animals because this is digital. Okay, I just remember a couple years ago when Steve Jobs coming to university in UK, and then some of our students say, Mr. Steve Jobs, why don't sell your Apple product in the low price? So everybody here, there are 100, even 1,000 million people in the world can access your product. And what the Steve Jobs said at that time, I can't do that. So even you have even if you have 100 or a million customer like you are not my customer. So let me take the price is premium price. So this is like a paradox. At the same time, companies pick up very high price, but at the same time they have another prospect market, but they say no, this is my target, this is my segmentation, this is my image. If you cannot buy this, you are not my targets. So here you have to make it clear in the context of digital marketing how to make sure that your audience get sufficient information from you. And then the third one is collaborative effort entirely. So you cannot solve this problem if your company or your organizations is so many silos inside. Banyak sekali grup-grup di dalam. You cannot do that. You cannot solve. But because you need to collaborate between departments. A couple of years ago, companies said, "Oh, this is my department, finance department." Another said, "This is human resources department." Another said, "Oh, this is operation department," and you marketing department. But currently, every single department should be involved. They harus melek dengan marketing. Marketing literacy, they have to do that because we need collaborate each other between department. You cannot say, "I'm from this department, this is not my responsibility." You are marketer. So you need, instead of saying collaboration between company, it's also you need to solve the problem, because if you have so many silos in your organization, it's also the big problem for you. You cannot synergize between departments. That's the big problems. And there are so many papers talking about it. The fourth one is a clear path to build engaging customer experience for the audience. Here, the data from the still tax system 2022. So top digital experience goals. And then I just present here the top 5 findings of the research, and then there are 46%. Digital leaders say improve customer experience and engagement. So engagement, customer experience is a big issue in digital marketing. And again, how to do that? Okay. And this is the way to do. I got this, how to say, I do this grid from the one of consultant, Peppers Group, I think. Peppers and Rogers Group. They say that if you want to focus on customer experience strategy, this is only one. There are so many examples. Companies has another way to explain the detail about the strategy, how to improve digital customer experiences. And here, if you look at here, this is another example. Yeah, another example. The first axis is talking about strategic value, and the horizontal axis talking about the nature of your customer. And here they have five key area as the value that they offer to the customer. Yeah, they have a level. The first one is reachability. The second one is service convenience. Still, okay, purchasing convenience. Yeah, and also personalization, simplicity and easy to use, and channel flexibility. But this kind of value, this kind of strategic value is different between customers. The more engaged customer, the more loyal customer, the more value that you can offer based on the six strategy. For example, like pick up an example. If the level one, so this is a this is a just a customer, probably just one or two time purchase product from you, and they say this is on the level one. It's mean that I just want to provide available a feature. Okay, here the reachability is mean that basic digital channels. They just provide basic digital channels. And the second one is offline service, offline sales, but no one for personalization, and non-user friendly design, and digital to complement other channels. But if you look at in the level 4, for example, here they provide driving channel preference. So it's very customized, very personalized, protective customer service, proactive sales, because they are major customer, they are loyalists, and then they treat between customers differently. So this is another way. But how to identify? This is my available customer, but this is driving customer. It's different. So how to do this? Build a system. And then some companies provided some models or also provide application, and then they sell it to the company to make sure that you can divide it your customer differently. And then this is the way you personalize your service to the customer. And also here, seamless cross-channel journey. And I think you can find another example from different consultant related to how to build digital marketing strategy, to maximize or to optimize the customer experience. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, the second step is business partner. Business partner and people. Sorry, it's very annoying. Okay, be part and evaluate your partner in ecosystem. So you living in ecosystem, you already collaborate probably with some provider also, with some business and another entrepreneur, for example. But you have to evaluate, because if your company not efficient, it is difficult to compete in this era. Be wisely with the investment. Technology is a key component, but you must invest in your people, process, and also customer. Need new type of talent and evaluate your hiring process. So here, let's see. This is another roadmap basically for the company. So you have to identify properly your partners in business. And then you need to create like a system inside your company, how to assess, how to get benefit more, with the fair situation. You build your system. For example, here, there are 6 steps. The first is identify the digital marketing capability of your channel, your partner. You need it. And the second one, create a plan. And then the third one is manage. Management, you have a talent, or you need someone that in charge there, to evaluate what happened with our partners. Because some partners, for example, there are some cases you can find it. You cannot get mutual benefit. I cannot say in this situation, but some companies just take account. Take advantages for this crowded situation. They're just going to the offering some project and then they take advantage from there. But in this situation, if there are manager there, they are high talented and know the situation, they can evaluate what happened inside the company. And also from there, we can provide optimism. Yeah, we can, optimize. Yeah, provide package option with guarantee outcome. And then the fourth one, the fifth one is measure. Provide lead management and tracking support to measure and optimize return on investment. So, of course, we can optimize or maximize, amplify your brand, and drive more partner lead deal. And this is like a cycle. Yeah, the roadmap here is consist of identify the stages. There are 6 stages. It will drive the complete integrated engagement with the digital partner. This cycle has built the capacity to deliver both. Yeah, the traditional way. Why the traditional? Because you hire a manager or talented person to just in charge there for this project, and then after that you also have impact to the to the partners, because this is the digital way. There are so many ways that you can use to improve the quality and the capacity of this roadmap. Okay. The second one, example here I will show you is when we're talking about the collaboration with the partners. In 2022, there are 42%. Digital leaders say integration with other business systems, interoperability with other deployed technology and software is really important. So this is top 5, and they believe that the integration with the prospect partner, it will increase your productivity. However, there are big problems here when we're talking about the people, because some people in your organization or some employee in your organization doesn't fit with the current situation. So this is the big issue here. And here they found that in 2022, there are 9 of 10 organizations don't currently have the talent they need to succeed with their digital transformation. So the current employee doesn't fit with the job, with the responsibility. And if you're not fit with your job, you cannot participate properly. And here also, if we ask the digital leader about the talent reimagined, they say there are 7% say that we don't need to change the type of the talent currently. But also there are 7% say we need to completely revise the nature of the talent best in the organization. So,
excuse me, Mr. Anisade, you have 5 minutes more.
Okay, 5 minutes, okay. But here you can find there are 55%, more than half, say that we need some new types of talent in a few places in organization. So you have to emphasize it. The people in your organization is also the big issue because of the situation. Okay, let's go through. The third one is content marketing activation. Here, they are reconsidering social media ads. Artificial intelligence is another issue we can discuss later. Talent activation. Talent activation means every single people in organization should be as the creator, as the most effective distribution channel for the company. And here, there are also micro-influencer. So instead of using macro-influencer, for example, Instagram, Telegram in Indonesia. But here, there are another issue about macro influencer. If you know Conor McGregor, he already been hired with a certain companies, very premium companies, to be an endorser for a certain product. But later, we can find the fake followers. He has many fake followers. And it's mean that they degrade the quality of as endorsers. So that some companies think, oh, I don't need it. That's the first issue. The second issue, they have so many endorser products. So there are so many promote behind them. So when they're talking about something, it's not natural. So instead of focus on the macro influencer, it is good to come to intro influencer. Who is micro influencer? Only the small group, but they doing something naturally. Ya, mungkin kelompok grup WA barangkali ya, dosen FEUNJ. Mungkin bisa tuh sebagai micro influencer. This is very powerful for the future. But how to identify this kind of group? That's another question that artificial intelligence can provide you the solution for this. Okay. Also, reach your customer. You can Twitter, link, Google, many things. and that, but you have to consider the right content, because at the previous we're talking about the segment, the target. So it's mean that the content of the messages also need to customize based on your target. And here, the growing up of voice call growing. Here you can see using artificial intelligence at the beginning, you can generate it customer using artificial intelligence, and also the growing up of voice search. And here, there are 4 steps basically here. You can see in the horizontal axis, reach, act, convert, and even engage. But at the end, if when you convert your customer using artificial intelligence, you can optimize because they have dynamic pricing. They can create like a chat box. Very popular right now, but chat box is with high involvement, no low involvement. Some chat boxes already exist, but it's not help the customer. But in the certain technology, the sophisticated technology, you can find chat box is very, very natural when you communicate each other. So even the predictive customer service, you can acquire more customer. Okay. This is Instagram advertising, for example. You can see there are so many data in internet. You can see this data, how many people access the information, downloaded file, uploaded file for the certain social media. Here, the example is Instagram. So you can see all of the people who access this information in Instagram. The growing voice, the growing of voice assistant. Here, there are another data. Yeah, I just need 3 minutes. 49, almost 50% of millennials say they have been looking down of their phone less since using voice assistants. So they apply voice call assistants. So it's mean that when you provide the website, when you provide application, you should consider this kind of situation. And also voice command are not the same as conversation. So here you can say the level. The first one level is conversation, face-to-face. The second was by phone. The third one by phone, for example, your video call. The third one is voice assistant and also online chatbot. So online chatbot is the last one, the way you communicate with your target customer. So this is the last one, moderators. I want to close the very fast presentation, basically. I need to go through for every single slides. But here, this is come from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Yeah, Ralph Waldo Emerson is the philosopher in America. He's an author. He said, "Our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising up every time we fail." There are so many companies have difficulties to face this kind of situation. There are so many companies fall, but there are a leader inside there. Only leader can stand up again, try it again, and solve the problems. And according to Jack Ma, if you want a leader in the future, the next 3 or 5 years, you have to solve the problems. The problem is not here in current, not here in from your customer, because so many competitors can see that. But the problems means Jack Ma here is the problem is in the next 3 or 5 years. If you can solve the problems, you will be a market leaders in the market. And especially you can take account, you can take benefit from digital era. Thank you so much. Thanks for you. I just finished my presentation here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Andi Muhammad Sadat, for your explanation and speech. And I think it will give us the insight and inspiring speech for us. Okay, so there are several questions for you, Pak Andi Sadat. Okay, the first question is from Subroto from UNJ. Okay, and I will read for you. Social media is promising business area and should become an integral part of companies. Is it type from Mango 2009 and the wider. Okay, for the operators. Okay, thank you. Okay, and the wider the reach of consumer using social media, the greater the target markets. And the question is, what product branding method or policy so that the company has a distinctive advantage? And the second is, what skills are needed to dominate the target market?
Okay, there are so many questions. I will try to one by one.
Yes.
The first one is about the social media issue. Okay, there are so many people here, especially when COVID pandemics in the peak, and then you stay at home, and then there are so many also employees stay at home, and then they try to utilize what should we do to solve these problems, and social media come as an alternative. So here, according to Tech Solution 2022, they said that social media advertising is a very weak solution during pandemic. So every single people try to add doing something there, but one they forget it. They don't have a plan for that. Hanya sekedar viral aja gitu. After that, what is the next? So if you want to talking about marketing and take advantages in digital marketing, you have to create your plan. What does it mean the plan? Move, stop behind, and then look at, okay, where is my customer? Segmentation, targeting, and position. And you take this one in the context of digital marketing. So according to Tech Solution 2022, there are so many people trapped there. So what's next? So they also predict in 2023, there are 50% of business players, they are using the social media. They will move into the content marketing. Content marketing means that you have to create the content. This is the way they communicate to your customer. So who is your customer? My customer, for example, A. And how to create message, how to communicate with A person. So here you have to have a good plan to provide a certain, for example, kalimat atau idiom atau imagination about your target customer. So here, not by nature. Sometimes people using social media by nature. Every single minute they uploaded something, and it's too crowded. It makes customer confused. But some of them say no, you don't have to upload it any message for every single minute. Yeah, some companies say no, only one time for 3 years, 3 days, one time for 3 days. So your customer will looking for you. What's happened for the next? If you just remember 20 years ago, when the first time Sampurna Iman introduced the cigarette in the market, they created many messages that the messages make you confused. What doesn't mean of this? Hello, konnichiwa. Ibu pacar kenalkan pacar baru saya, kepalanya alien. But this the kind they create the story behind the product, and this kind of situation they try to involve the customer, the real customer, to think about this situation instead of you just feeding your customer for many content that is not clear. Okay, this is the first one. The second one is also here. 50%, any prediction from the, let's see, I have the data here basically. 50% marketer will increase their content marketing in 2023. And one of the 5 companies will double. So the next year is not focused on also just social media. Social media untuk main-main aja. Yeah. But content marketing, you get involved. And here you can collaborate between the department of organization. And also you can collaborate with another entity in the ecosystem. Kalau sosial media 1 menit jadi. Kenapa sosial media 1 menit jadi? Kenapa? Karena dia upload anything. But content marketing, you have to think deeply. And there are so many expertise. Yeah, need to sit down together just to think about what should the color of our message that we should provide to our customer. Jadi kita think deeply. What the next? So we have plan. Instead of just utilizing social media for, apa namanya tuh, very fast, high frequently, but nothing. So it's one day your customer will say, no, this product is nothing, and then after that, if you look at the brand position, the positioning of the brand is not good. Yeah, the association of this brand is also in trouble because you don't create everything with the programs. Okay, I just forget for the second one. So the second question is, I'm really sorry, Pak Suboto, and then okay, here another question from Rini Normala.
Rini Normala.
Yes. I have a question. The one strategy that entrepreneurs must use in the digital marketing is omni-channel, yes, infrastructure that is integrated offline. Okay. What do you think about this omni-channel strategy? Okay, omni-channel strategy is look like you put your product for every single apa sih namanya etalase gitu, ya, every single shop. But you have to think what kind of etalase that you want to use, what kind of the shop that you use. If you misplace your product, for example, if you think about the branding, there are some product they sell it. The product is not based on the function. They sell the product based on emotion, even based on the, how to say, belief. If you put this kind of product sembarangan, it will, this is a big mistake. So for example, in the real situation, in good situation, we have Lexus. If you put Lexus in normal dealer, it will be change the imagination of the product. The people can say, oh, okay, this is not exclusive anymore because you put everywhere. Everybody can access this kind of product. So it's not exclusive anymore. So omni-channel, yeah, only good if you try to segment it, the channel that you want to utilize when you want to sell your product, when you want to place your product. That's the first one. The second one, if you are selling products just for community, it means that the function, only the function of product, it's okay. You can put everywhere because this product is produk sejuta umat. Everybody can access, especially for convenience product. But for luxury product, no way. If you're doing this kind of situation, omni-channel, every single channel, you put your brand there, you put your communication there, but your product is premium product, you will destroy the imagination of the product. You will destroy the perceived value of the product. So be careful of this. This also depends on what is your product. Okay, the third one, when you want to sell something, especially in digital marketing, you have to consider about your vision. That's why brand vision, brand product is very important in the market. Some of people just making a picture, a hologram or something. Yeah, they design something and then they put in, they just marking the product and they put everywhere. This is not a good way to branding situation, but also it's depend on the product. Some of people say, no, I don't need the branding. I don't need it. Absolutely not, don't need it. I just need the volume of the customer, the volume of transaction. So in this situation, omnichannel is very powerful. But again, if you going up, just selling product based on emotional value, yeah, based on the belief, no way. You have to create it, the system. You have to make sure that every single things that I put my product is a have message, good message for my customer. Okay, I think that the second question. Excuse me, moderator. I just go to the next. Yeah, we have the next.
The last question from Florence.
Florence, okay.
Yeah.
This is the last question.
Yes,
okay.
Last question.
The phenomenon of the layoff in digital startup company in Indonesia. Okay. At the beginning, we believe, and every business content, for example, newspaper, and you can find also the newspaper, many news in the internet, they say unicorn is an amazing company. Unicorn is the company of the future. But what happened now? Some of them is doing merge. Because even if they're using the economic scale, they also need efficiency. And then some of them, they merge, for example, Gojek and then Tokopedia, and then they will going to IPO. But the consequence of this merge, they have to lay off 3,000 something of employees. Yeah, because even if this business can involve so many people, abundant of people, but also they will operate. Their operation is very efficient. They need so many people. They just need traffic. But some of them say this is a bubble. Yeah, jadi one of reason why some startup in Indonesia is laid off the employee because the bubble. The bubble means market value itu dinilai terlalu besar. It's too high for market value. Yeah, this is not reflect the condition, the real condition of the company. Artinya apa? Company kita ini tidak bergerak seperti yang kita harapkan. Ya, apalagi orang Indonesia, dia senang dengan apa yang menjadi kulit-kulitnya dia senang lihat. But what happened inside? What happened inside? This is the big problems. That's why in my slide say that the people and also your collaboration is very important because they're talking about people. And when we're talking about people, you need a leader, the quality of leader, not just managers. Leaders can look in another perspective. They can working in random situation, uncertainty situation. But managers, they just working situations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's happened. Banyak orang amazed with the unicorn, banyak orang amazed with digital. But right now, what will be happen is reflect the way we work, the way we manage our companies. Okay. And then I think there are another one here from Nitro. This is also from Makassar, right? Yes. I want to ask question. What are the considerations for choosing to use YouTube for search engine TikTok? Yes, it's good also. But remember, this is only tools. Why in my first slide I said move back one step. Just think about the marketing. Because marketing allow you to have a sense. Because there are so many tools in marketing that you have to think about. There are so many concepts. You say, no, this is old marketing. No. You move from the old one to the new one. You should adapt some of the concept. Of course, there are so many concepts also is already obsolete, but some of them still there. Segmentation, targeting, and doing positioning, doing branding is also still there. So you just need to modify. That's why you need to improve your quality. We say here, not just employee working in the company, but a talented person. And also employee in the company, not just employee, just doing, this is my responsibility. Another one says, I don't care. You will lose opportunity. But here you have to activate the talented person inside your company. It's mean that every single thing have the role. And the role is they are chorong of the company. They are speaker of the company. You are the marketer, the real marketer. And another one, just a couple of years ago, when I'm working in a consultant company, I hired one expert. And that time, 20 years ago, it's difficult to find IT expert like right now. And we find it. And we try to hire to build our website, our company website. But it's never happened. Why? Because my boss never ever understand the way they work. Bos saya itu sangat berpikir bahwa ini kita harus bagus nih desainnya segala macam, harus gambar-gambarnya coloring. And this person cannot provide it. Karena kemampuannya cuma IT. But right now you have to collaborate. Yeah. Like Nokia, a couple years ago when Nokia first started growing, they hired so many people with different background. From IT, from chemical engineer, from the designer, also working together as a team to solve this kind of problems. Because if you just hire the IT employee to solve the problems, you are in mistake. So you have to sit down together. Yeah, design, content, and many things related outside the company is very important. Also, the second one, when Samsung right now can compete with Apple. Why? Because they have a program. We call it Value Innovation Program. Do you know what happened in Value Innovation Program? They only hire a Samsung employee. No, they hire every single person around the world. They bikin semacam sayembara to invite the best people in the world to come to the company. And they put it together, just sit down together and discuss about the future of our product. 20 tahun ke depan, and that time, 20 years ago, they said, what should we do for 20 years ago, for the next 20? And they have so many kind of products. They compete each other. They recruit talent around the world. And you can see Samsung right now. And the second slide, I also explained why BTS, Samsung BTS created a product. I think G20, right? Sorry, S20. Why? Because this is a kind of combination between manufacturer and social media. Social media needs celebrity. And here BTS is global celebrity. They merge each other. Who think about this? Manufacturer? No. The people that have not only open-minded, but broad-minded. So I want to close one of the quotes from the Peter Drucker. I always quote this kind of the quotes from Peter Drucker. Yeah, probably 30 years ago, or even 40 years ago, Peter Drucker said, if your company have the same strategy with another company, it means that you don't have strategy. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Andi Sadat, for a nice explanation. But there is you still have a question. I think there are 2 questions more for you, and maybe 1 question again, or three questions. Okay, oh no, okay, from Puana UNJ, I have a question about the prediction of global economic recession and 2023. Do you think digital business can still survive? Is it possible for people to still have purchasing power? And how to prepare for global recession for startup businesses?
Yeah, I always say, instead of talking about recession, crisis, and many things, you're just thinking about what should you do, what you can do for the society. That's the best things. So in my classroom, we're already talking about that, yeah, in the master level and even the Pasca Sarjana level. We're talking about so many theories about the current situation. But the issue is, as entrepreneur, you have to take advantages for this kind of situation. But how? Yeah, digital business is already here. And Peter Drucker 20 years ago say, we move from the traditional one to the digital one. And here, you're already here. The issue is how to create the future. How get the road in the future. That's the big issue. And this is also basically the challenge for our university. I think Nitro is one of the university in Makassar. And also here, there's some university here. This is a big challenge to produce a content marketer. Content marketer is not just making a content basically, yeah, but they have a comprehensive way to look at the market. If you live in the single knowledge, you will die. Okay. If a company has a single competencies, also will die. For example, yeah, it is another example. Do you know Intel Inside? This is very famous, but also it is good example. Intel Inside one day is led by not Andy M. Sada, but Andy Grove. Andy Grove is a very fantastic, is a very popular, is also the legend in Intel Inside. They said, our imagination in the future is take benefit from digital situation. And the digital situation, they need more devices. They need PC, they need a tablet, they need laptop, they need handphone. So how we involve in this kind of situation? You have to make sure Intel Inside, every single devices, it should be there. So that Andy Group doing. And then, I think 10 years ago, yeah, saya selalu bilang begitu karena bicara tentang future. We cannot buy the product. Oh, this is Intel, yes, Intel. Intel is like a mark to reflect the quality of devices. But after that, Andy Group saying, okay, I'm finished. I'm finished, I'm retired. And after that, Intel hired one of the former Samsung vice presidents, Paul Otellini. He's Italian. He said, okay, we close the book. What Andy Grove was doing is very a mess. And then we move to another way. So can you imagine? Yeah. And then here, why Andy Grove, why Paul Otellini doing this kind of situation? Because they founded AMD, another processor. Do you know AMD? Yeah, another processor is coming. They will compete with the Intel. At the beginning, they failed. AMD failed. But another chance they will coming, and then right now is the same situation. Why? Because there are so many talent inside AMD, also ex or former Intel inside. So right now you collaborate even with your competitors. So instead of you fighting each other, it's better to get the heart of your customer. So right now is everything is restructured. Kita bisa hire ya head of IT for a certain company. You just put the money on the table and they say, okay, you change. Kayak sepak bola gitu. Kita bisa meng-hire orang. Yang penting adalah you create managers, the quality of managers, how to maintain this talent. Mereka itu berbeda. Saya selalu mencontohkan, the orchestra in the football is very nice to show how the company in the future can manage the talented person. Karena talented person ini mereka, they have a skill and they have different skill. Meskipun mereka adalah penyerang, tapi penyerangnya beda caranya. Meskipun mereka adalah defender, but they have different kind how to defend. Yeah, when the offensive is coming. So it's depend on the managers, and managers here we call it digital leaders. The digital leaders can solve the problems and look at the situation and then doing leapfrog. That's why Intel say Intel leapfrog. Okay, they leapfrog. Artinya apa? Doing breakthrough, because market is already changed. Our new competitor is coming, and they learn a certain technology. For example, Nokia. Why Nokia is very successful at the beginning? Because they can beat Motorola. Motorola just invest in analog in technology, but Nokia coming with different way, digital, and also the same as the company right now. They have to sit down together and then think about the talent, think about the role in the company. So instead of just, karena dalam banyak situasi, ini saya sorry, we have many silos, banyak sekali kotak-kotak dalam perusahaan, dalam organisasi, and sometimes we cannot collaborate each other, no synergy, dan ini adalah cost buat the company. Buat perusahaan-perusahaan digital, kalau ini tidak bisa collaborate, lay off is a good reason, because it's not productive. So back again to the nature. Traditional way, it doesn't mean you have to delete it and then move to the digital way, but also there are some philosophy, basically, there are some knowledge still work in the digital stage. Thank you.
Okay, Pak Andi Sadat, you still have one question to answer from Christine. Okay, as entrepreneur, it's very important for us to transform from traditional marketing into digital marketing, but actually, yes, it's not easy as we think. All giant companies did a very good job on that. I need some suggestion on this matter. How do a small company can do digital marketing in this situation, as we know that a small company have not much fund to develop in?
Yeah, if you look at a paper and the fact, even the data, we can find that small medium enterprises is very agile in the recession, in the crisis. If proof, every single company say that, every single country say that, they have a data about it. Even in my research, I try to find what makes the small medium enterprises have agility, because they are small. They can mobile. It's quite different with the big company. So one of the expert, I don't know who's the name, but I think I forget. Oh, Malcolm Gladwell. He said that in the future, especially in digital age, yeah, it's not the big one, it's not the big company can beat the small one, but they will beaten by the fast one. Jadi yang kecil ini bukan kalah oleh yang besar, tetapi dia kalah karena kecepatan. Dan konsumen, especially small medium enterprise, they have agility, more agile. Karena kenapa? Capital and the resources, they have small resources, and then they have a limited capacity, sehingga kemudian very efficient when they doing digital social media advertising. They utilize social media to sell their product. But also this is not big company, right? They are small. Because they are small, they are agile. Yeah, mereka bisa lompat dari sana ke sini, kemudian dia bisa pindah. Even you, some of entrepreneur, for example, my friend, they have so many marketplaces. They say marketplaces. Dia punya di Tokopedia, dia punya di mana-mana, dan they sell everything. Mulai dari pita rambut sampai dengan gunting kuku, sampai kemudian dia jual used car. They put everything there. Because they're small enterprises. But when you're talking about big company management, and when you're talking about managing, they're talking about planning. And when you're talking about planning, you need someone to organize this thing to work. And you can find someone who direct. You need to evaluate. You need to work like orchestra. Okay, so they have different animal, and even if they're, I have the data, for example, from the Ari de Gius. The Gius say that every single company have their own path. But I want to tell you, the path is most of the company, 85 company around the world will die in 40 years old. So from the company, there are so many companies, they are identified just 85% will die at the age of 40. Why? Because the owners is die. Some of them try to transform between the first one and the second one generation. But the second one generation is only, apa sih namanya, menikmati gitu, only enjoying what the founding fathers already done. And after that, the companies die because there is no transformation there. Transformation meaning here is a vision. Vision. That's why the big company, if they're talking about management, they're talking about I have some employee, pasti mereka punya management, dan manajemen yang benar, they have a vision. So when we're talking also about the brand, they have brand vision. So if your company don't have vision, it means that you don't have plan and no reason to survive. Oh no, Pak, no. Saya bisa survive kok. Tapi saya kira bukan satu brand, bukan satu tempat. You have so many places, and then you just take advantages for this situation. Instead of building your company, building your capacity, building your track record, building your reputation, and building your brand. That's the reason why it's difficult to find in Indonesia they have good brand. Sebutin apa brandnya kita, kecuali Indomie. It's difficult karena kita adalah pemain alam. We are just playing in this situation by nature. We just to be a follower. And then Drucker say, if you just follower, you use follower for forever. If your company have strategy the same as with the other company, you don't have strategy. This is very clear. You just a follower. Dan follower itu akan menjadi follower. So it's difficult to find a good brand from Indonesia because brand reflected so many things there. They reflect perceived value. They reflect the way you live. They reflect your belief. Sorry ngomongnya harus cepet-cepet nih, because there are so many. You say that one, and I think so many here. It's no problems. So it's mean that it's reflect your enthusiasm because we're talking about us. So my friend say, Andy, you always you have so many seminar, you have so many content. Why you don't make a YouTube channel? You looks old if you not do that a certain situation. So should I? Yes, you should. So have choices doing what people doing, and also I just stated the situation. Yeah, some companies cannot doing adaptation. So according to the Charles Darwin's, ya bukan yang kuat yang akan melawan, yang akan bertahan, tetapi ya more adaptable for the current situation. You can survive. So also as a lecturer, you will look old. My students say you will look old if you don't expand your knowledge. This is my part on the marketing. This is my part on the psychology. You should combine each other. Then this is also the big problem for our university. Do you know university means there are so many parts. They are diverse, but they are unique. Uni means you have to collaborate between others. For example, my department is digital marketing, and digital marketing talking about behavior. Who is have credibility to talking about behavior? Psychological department. Who has the tools to investigate, for example, big data or another approach? IT department or even technical department. So you have to collaborate each other to investigate what happened there. Ya, sehingga berliannya itu bisa kita angkat dan berliannya ini bisa contribute for the society. Tetapi kita sibuk dengan silo kita. Marketing department just doing research here. never collaborate with each other. So kehebatan kampus-kampus yang mengaku sebagai go global itu mereka punya university dan they have a hub, they have collaborate between the partner to solve what the problem society face. The same as situation in the company. If your company say no, we are open-minded, it's not enough. You need to broad-minded. So you have to consider so many things outside you. Even you are as a lecturer, as expert, as a, bisnis, Anda sebagai consultant. Kadang-kadang kita harus menunjukkan bahwa you are very clever, but at the same time you say, okay, I don't know this kind. Should I learn about this? And then you back, you move back one step, and then you learn, and then you back again with one conclusion for your customer. So some companies say, some experts say you have to create a solution for the customer. But again, how? How is you have to bring back the management inside your company. Kalau tidak ada manajemen dalam perusahaan Anda, impossible to take benefit from this kind of situation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Pak Andi Sadat. I think your explanation is very nice and very insightful. And if you have a YouTube channel, I think I will be your subscriber. I really enjoy your lecture. Okay, after hearing an inspiring lecture from Mr. Andi Sadat, we can conclude that the COVID-19 pandemic has created major problems for almost all countries in the world, but has also provided a challenge for the world to adapt to digitalization and even accelerated the adaptation process and was agile in responding to various changes in behavior as a result of COVID-19. One of the solutions in the business environment is implementing a digital marketing strategy for enhancing online customer experience, satisfaction, and loyalty. As we know that the digital marketing has exponential effect to engage and enlarge market from the strong of electronic word of mouth. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen together the speeches of extraordinary speakers at today's international seminar. And before we end the seminar, so we can get the documentation session. So for the operator, probably can prepare the documentation with Mr. Andi Muhammad Sadat. Okay. Okay, so I will lead the documentation. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you, Bapak Andi Sadat, for your lecture. Okay, we can see you next time for other opportunity. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen together the speeches at the today's international seminar, and hopefully the presence will inspire us how important the developing the digital marketing for business sustainability during post-pandemic. Before ending the seminar, okay, I, as the moderator, would like to thank you for the opportunity to take part in this program and see you at another opportunity in the future. Next, I will return the event to the Master of Ceremony for Ms. Nofriska. Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. Terry, and thank you very much to Dr. Siti and Mr. Andi for the insightful presentation, and Mrs. Terry for moderating this event. All right. Before we end this seminar, I remind you to fill in the attendance confirmation form on the link shared in the chat box, because we will send you the certificate based on attendance list, and you can click in the attendance link. All right, now we will take pictures together. For participants, please open your camera. All right, and Hanel, please give us a comment to take photos.
Okay, I got on the count of 3. Ready, 1, 2, and 3. Thank you.
All right, just one swipe. All right, is it enough? Uh, Thank you, Hanel. And ladies and gentlemen, we finally come to the end of this seminar. I would like to thank the honorable speakers and all participants for the very active participation. Finally, give applause for the honorable speakers and for you all. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be your MC today, and I apologize for any inconvenience. Good afternoon for you, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See ya on the next
Waalaikumsalam
event.
warahmatullahi
Bye.
wabarakatuh.